Throughout my movie, I've challenged a generic convention of using music to set the mood. Here for the beginning of my film, it explains their typical morning routines, which in most films I've seen is accompanied by music because there's no dialogue. But whilst I looked at the analysis of my results, 60% of people thought that having no music was creepier for a thriller film. I did make sure to enhance smaller sounds, such as the water running from the bathroom scene, and even sounds of the clothing being put on, like the belt. Tension is needed in thriller movies to keep the audience interested, and these sounds help to build it up. I kept the audience intrigued through these scenes by using a variety of shots as well, such as close-ups, tracking shots, and also a split screen. The quick different shots make the audience guess what's going on and who are these people. Then the split screen of them all leaving the house at once hints at the key fact that they're all connected in some way. A main factor that I notice in thrillers is that guessing, waiting, and not knowing what's going to happen is very important for the storyline and for the element of surprise. I use younger, youthful characters for the victims. From research on the type of characters in thrillers, the younger victims always portrayed more innocence, mainly because they were still so young and can be easily scared, whereas older actors can be more aggressive and they normally find a way of escaping, which is what I didn't want. My villain I developed using the typical conventions of a kidnapper. She is seen, such as in this clip, hiding in places as the victim just walks by, masking her identity in the film and from the audience as well. This scene again builds up suspension as she's walking along.
Hiya, you're right.
Since the villain is known and so is the character, it makes the audience feel suspicious. A convention that I found with victims in movies is that there are a lot of tension building scenes where the scene looks too innocent. Here she's just walking along normally as we follow her talking happily on the phone, until we're surprised when a figure appears. She's only hinted at for her appearance, also creating the illusion that she is hiding her real self to the audience.
Alright then, can't wait. I'll see you later. Bye.
Lighting is crucial for the audience to grasp the feel of the scene. I followed the convention of nighttime kidnapping scenes. The alleyway light worked well here, as you can see, by the shadow creeping up behind him, and the sudden close-up of being taken away. I used this from a classic thriller Saw, which used similar fast-paced shots. So, for each of these dark scenes, I made sure to keep the kidnapper's identity concealed using these shadows in the dark. As the scene zooms out, you can see the light focuses on the victim sleeping, so we don't actually notice the sudden dark arms stretch out as she is hidden in the dark on the other side of the room. Through this shot, I've tried to keep the suspense building in the film until the end when all's meant to be revealed. I've been persistent with a variety of close-up shots to keep the generic convention. I built the tension with a very fast-paced and grabbing and running shot, so the audience wait for what will happen. Again, I've deviated from using fast-paced music to go with it to keep my audience research. For most thriller movies, a captured scene is very dark and suspicious. I tried to emphasise this with the close-up shots here of each victim, as they're all tied and bunched together with a slow pan. Shadows from the kidnapper keep the dark feel that's been throughout the movie until she's revealed by the lighting of candles, which are also used a lot in thrillers for creepiness.
You're psychotic. Did I ask you to
I
speak?
tried to put a lot of emotion into this one to keep the audience shocked and to build up the tension as they don't know what she's going to do. I used the flashbacks to then make them suddenly realise what has happened and what's actually going on. She paces back and forth around them a lot like the villains do in most of the films that I've looked at through research and their behaviour. They tend to act very smart and very cool, as she's quite sarcastic here and blowing out the candles as she talks.
I'm on a nice holiday. And you?